The first step toward getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. Author unknown. We are in a series called Words of Wisdom, and my name is Tally. I'm a life and personal development coach. I want to share a little bit of my story with you today to just talk about this place of being stuck. I can really completely relate with that experience of being stuck in a place that you don't want to be, and I think a lot of us have some of that going on after this last year that we've experienced together, that there might be some places in your life where you feel stuck. I can completely relate with that. I can remember being in a place where I was like, I don't want to waste any more time. This was a time in my life where I was working often until like 2 a.m., having to get up early with my kids. I was having a hard time sleeping. I was exhausted. My health was suffering. My energy was suffering. It was a lot going on. There's a lot of feeling unsure about a lot of things in my future. And I felt my experience was like being on a treadmill, running really, really, really fast and getting exhausted and feeling like I wasn't actually getting anywhere for all of the effort and all of the work and all of the time and all the energy that I was putting into so many things in my life and not actually getting anywhere that I wanted to go or anywhere at all, it felt like at the time. And it was completely not sustainable. And I remember being like, okay, enough of my own excuses. I remember feeling like something has got to shift here. I can't keep doing this for any length of time at all. And it led me to choosing to do some real investing in myself. A lot of things with personal development, with growth, with getting really a lot of clarity around where am I right now? What is it that I actually really want? And how do I pivot and shift into a place of creating what it is I feel like I'm most truly called to and made for? I had had a lot of experiences that were pieces of it, but where I was at the time, and there was a lot of transition going on in my life in a lot of different areas. And I remember just being like, okay, so let's get clear on what it is. And I remember praying about it and doing a lot of journaling and then investing in myself and getting myself into some organizations and some trainings that really helped me get a lot of clarity and a lot of momentum. And it was huge. And eventually it led me to create a retreat experience for other people to be able to fast track and be able to step into some of those things themselves, to take a lot of the things that I had been through and a lot of the things that I had learned and put it into an experience that could really support other people into that. And it's a vision board retreat. I do it every year with about 20 leaders. And this year, because of COVID and everything looking a little bit different, I am still doing it, but it's shifting slightly. So it's going to be a one-day online virtual experience using a lot of those pieces from my vision board retreat, my vision clarity retreat, and bringing it right to you, to your own living room. So if you can relate with this place of feeling stuck in some ways or wanting to take where you've been and move it into a place where you feel like you're actually running and getting somewhere with what it is you want to do with your life, what you want to do with some area of your life, I totally want to invite you to come January 10th. We're going to be doing a vision clarity workshop. You get to do it from the comfort of your own home, don't have to go anywhere, and it obviously makes it a lot more affordable too, because usually we are away at an extravagant, beautiful place and sitting around a fire and having food, and there are a lot of different expenses that come into that. So I can do the same value at a fraction of the cost. So January 10th, we're going to be getting together online, and I'm going to be walking you through a lot of the processes that I've learned to integrate so much of the growth in my life. So before, I kind of explained where I was at, and now after doing some of this work about getting clear about where I am, what it is that I want, what really matters to me, what I value, and how to get there, I've created a life where I really have so much freedom and flexibility to be present with my kids, to be able to have a long morning routine every morning where I can be in reflection and have the time to invest in friends, be able to engage in personal growth, be able to travel where I want to travel when we don't have COVID restrictions, like just things that really mattered to me, where I get to work only with the clients that I genuinely want to pour into, So many things that for me have been super significant. And so you getting clear about what is it that's super significant for you? What is it that you really care about doing? What do you feel called to do? And how can we get you into a place where you are creating a track for that and you're doing it and looking at every area of life? It's really significant to not just be leaning in a couple areas, but really looking at all of the areas of your life holistically and moving all of them forward. So if that's something that would support you, come on January 10th. Check out, I'll put the link in the description here and probably in the comments as well, but would love to have you. Love to have you. And I want to end with this quote. It's a Stephen Covey quote. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. And it really was that for me when I got to a place where my circumstances were not working and making the decision to do some things, to invest in myself, to get clear and to get into action. Huge, huge, huge pivot point for me. So I want to invite you into that. Would love to lead you through some of those processes that have been so powerful for me. So if you want to create something new in 2021, looking at every area of life, check out the link and come join us on January 10th. Blessings, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow with some more words of wisdom.